And we are back. Our first elimination just happened while we were watching that other game. Team Elevate is officially out of this tournament, losing to Red Notice in a 3-0 sweep. So how you guys feel about that?
I mean, I don't know if it was unexpected after how they had performed previously and the expectations we had for Red Notice, but Elevate gotta feel bad to be the first ones out, even if it's more by the fact that they happened to be the game that wasn't on stream. They got to be the ones to go first, so they just happened to be the ones eliminated first. But it's got to be tough. I heard that the, I believe it was an 8-0 for the first demolition for that one. So Red Notice
8-0, 2-1, and I'm not sure about the third one.
They were striking back hard. Yeah. they come off that loss and they say, we're not losing again. And they clearly meant it because they showed up in that game to play.
Drew, I mean, he's the guy that we're looking at. 15 years old, and we've seen some incredible clips out of him. Out of Joker as well. I'm looking for Red Notice to just really bite back hard. Elevate, it's unfortunate, honestly, because that's some really good firepower. Prosper is very, very strong. Just unfortunately, the team just wasn't meshing, and now Elevate is out. And it's also unfortunate because, you know, that is a huge org also, and that's out early in the first elimination, which is tough to see. They got a lot of fans out there. But, yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, the way the bracket worked out. And it's awesome to see Red Notice come to life. And we're about to find out who is going to play against Red Notice.
That's right, and we're also going to figure out who's going home next in this next round. So it's going to be Passion against Antimatter. Oh man, we're sending another team home. I feel like it's Survivor at this point. You know, we're just voting them off.
It's heartbreaking here, especially because, you know, it's the first day that they've been able to play. A lot of everyone flew out here, and it's like they showed up. They played a long day, admittedly, but being the one of the few teams that are not playing the next day has got to hurt going in this. But I mean, we can take a look at everything that we've seen already so far if we want to see how things have kind of shaken out.
Yep, so here we have the bracket coming out. Obviously, we have our winners finals that just took place. We saw Public Hamsters win that one, knocking down Final Chapter. And now we're going to be focusing on our elimination bracket for the next 2 matches. So again, we have Passion and Antimatter coming up. And how are you guys feeling? Like, I mean, obviously, you know, we think our seeding wise, Passion has it, but you never know. You really don't know in tournaments like these.
I would like to point out that Passion is the only one to take a map from the juggernauts of the event, right? You've got Fam, you got the Hamsters. They're just looking too darn good, and Passion took the Palace.
It's true.
That is important. Passion looked great. I got to cast their match, and they were amazing. They were really, really just popping off. I love watching Cool Matt do his thing. Cannibals was going nuts. And that's really, to me, like, I just think that they've got all the momentum in the world. They can feel really good about that win. And that, to me, is just going to show. I think this is going to be a 3-0. That's my prediction. What do you all got?
If I had not seen that game earlier today, at least the last couple rounds of that game, where Antimatter took Chapter to a game 5, that 5th map, maybe we forget about that, right? We'll just look at the score line that it took them to get that they got through to get there. They took Chapter all the way, and Chapter then just obliterated, well, in a closer game, but 3-0, pretty clean, over Red Notice afterwards. It's hard to not at least feel like they have something here. I mean, Passion, of course, you know, did decently in their group, but Passion also lost to Red Notice in their group, if I remember correctly, on this mix here. So it's kind of a whole circle there, and it's possible that Antimatter might be able to complete it with how they looked earlier. Maybe they just figured out how they feel at LAN.
I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt because they're my friends. I like Antimatter. That's my group of guys right there. Shout out to y'all.
You can't admit you're biased.
I'm very biased for the Antimatter.
We have bias up at this desk.
What can I say? But I'm not giving them the prediction. As much as I'd like to see them win this one, there's too much power on the side of Passion, and this one's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm giving it a 3-1. Passion.
Passion?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Passion.
Right.
I think Passion's gonna win, but I have some confidence in Antimatter. What do you think?
I'll be the believer on the desk. Why not?
Do
Everyone
it.
loves a contrarian.
Yeah.
Antimatter 3-2. Why not? I think they might be able to take it all the way. Passion have looked very good, but again, they pushed first chapter to the limits, and they've only figured out more about how they feel about the LAN environment from then to now. I think Passion have woken up a little bit as well, but still, their last game was a tough loss. I think Antimatter had a close enough one where they might be feeling okay.
And like we were saying before, like, again, they flew out here. You know, like Antimatter's not going to go down easily. They don't want to be done playing. Who wants to be done playing? You know,
no way.
They know that this is it. If they lose, they go home. I mean, they might come watch. I don't know, but I mean, if they win, they stay on, and like it's as simple as that. You know, I really feel like whoever's got the energy, the leadership, and the team chemistry, I think is going to take this, honestly.
This is definitely like the clutch tester, right? The do or die tester. Because some people, some people play better under that really crazy pressure. Winner's bracket, yeah, you're at LAN, that's pressure enough, but now it is elimination. It is do or die. Some teams will really thrive in this environment, and whatever team can really push that might be that team. Antimatter had a tough group stage, but I think they have finally acclimated to this environment. And I really think that could push them. I mean, Rome was talking to Elvin out there, and Elvin was shaking his head saying, I'm not going home today.
Yeah.
I'm not going home today. He's got that belief.
That will is very important. I will say. And also, you got to talk about the momentum, right? Like, when you do start to acquire wins and start to get round wins and you start to feel your team, there's some magic that starts to happen when you come together with a last-second squad, right? You find there's something that just clicks, and then you make this really great elimination bracket run that can be something special. And you can literally ride that wave till the end. And we've seen it plenty of times in other titles, and maybe that could happen here with Antimatter. Who knows? Maybe they just got a slow start.
I completely agree. I mean, when it comes down, who's got more passion for the win? I had to say
now
it.
That's an unwinnable situation. If we're talking about passion,
jokes.
I mean, they clearly have passion, but I don't know if they can beat the bearers of the name.
That's true.
They've chosen to bear that crest. I don't think they can. I don't think I can take that from them.
But that's incorporate an Antimatter joke. I don't know if you have.
You have any science knowledge?
I got that one going. Nothing. No jokes.
I'm all history.
No yokes. Don't we got a player yokes?
Hey, okay.
Thank you.
No, you're the pun master. I got nothing over here.
Yeah, there's no team about like the War of 1812 that you can kind of lean on here.
Right. Yeah.
History-wise.
No, nothing. Nothing in the books. Nothing in the books. But I'll try to bring one next time. Antimatter. That's a tough one to create something off of. But
I don't even think it matters for them, to be honest.
There we go.
There we go.
Thank you.
Got it.
All right. That's it,
Drop
guys.
the mic.
Might as well just go. We've completed our time here, but I think there's still plenty left for them back there. I'm curious about your both your opinions, I guess, on the draft that might be doing, like, not map wise here, because I feel like a lot of teams have been underutilizing the veto. Do you think that's going to be a big thing?
I said it last round. I think it is the thing. Like, it is so important to make sure to win your vetoes, play to your strengths, and take away whatever team you're playing strength. You got to know these things. Like, these are the things that you got to write notes on. It's like when you're studying, the best teams in the world. If you want to take them down from the top, you got to make sure that you are watching what they're good at, and you can totally deny them any of those maps that are going to make them better. Like we saw the double breach. Like, you can't have that happen. You can't have one of the absolute best maps of your opponent be played twice. It can't happen. Winning those vetoes and then winning the rogue bans is almost everything. I mean, obviously you've got to commit and you got to hit your shots, but other than that, it's like it makes it a lot more easy when you win those vetoes out. It's just a big chess game at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that's why it's like, I feel like coaching when it comes to rogue is hard because it's very fast action, but coaching wise when it comes to decisions like that is very important. So I think that's where, like, an outside perspective to really tell these guys, these are the vetoes, these are the maps you should be choosing.
So. I totally agree. Definitely not every team has brought their coach, so any team that has that is a pretty big advantage.
Oh, here we go. We got Vice.
Let's go.
So we're going to be throwing it over to Fawn and Blue. See you there.
Hey, Kresnik, I bet you wish you could cast this game. It's Fawn the Legend and Real Blue TV here. Once again to bring you guys back some more awesome, very, very awesome Rogue Company action. If you guys were high octane and still up on an adrenaline rush from that last set, it's definitely something that I would keep in mind coming into this one, because now we're Vice. Now we are here on Vice. That's something that a map it is. I've been wanting to see literally all day. I'm so glad to be able to see it back in the pool. How do you feel about this map?
Well, They know that you've been waiting for it all day. They know that Kresnik's been waiting for
That's
it all
good.
day. They know that all of us have been waiting for it all day on
That's
broadcast. So this might be a bait. I am not getting excited until I see them jumping out of a play.
This is very conspiracy theory-esque of you, Blue, considering the fact that we just saw the map fly through.
Yeah.
Would production do that to us? Because I don't think they would. I think they would troll us, but not that on.
I accidentally unplugged the
crazy.
cord, and they've been out to get me all day. So
That's crazy.
I've got eyes in the back of my head today.
That's very conspiracy theorist of you, Blue, and I
It's
hope
okay.
that you're not turning out to be right here, because I genuinely would love to see some Vice here.
You see how they conveniently cut away from the rogue selection? You see that?
Right.
I told you. Until I see rogues jumping out of a plane,
Okay.
I do like some Vice.
I do too. No, I definitely, that seems to be the general consensus.
I think
of all
Vice
the
has
guys.
gotten better, by the way, once they made those changes.
Oh, okay. Well, then talk about that.
Yeah.
Always.
No. Not until I see him jumping out the plane. Hold
It's-
on. If they walk up to the TV, okay, it's Vice. I see it on the little screen right
There
there.
we go. Okay, so,
By
see,
the
that's what
way,
I'm telling you.
good addition to the game. By the way, my teammates in ranked, when I solo queue, always forget what map we're playing on. So if you put it in the plane
but you can see it right there. I don't know why that would be like a.
before the plane opens.
Oh, well, I mean, I get that, but.
All right, we're on Vice. Let's do it, baby. Nice little changes coming through. I think B and A are both viable because the defense is not as exposed. Why are we standing still?
I'm not too sure why. I believe something might be going on here. Something is going on here.
Oh, we're not actually playing Vice.
We're not
That's
actually.
what's going on.
That's okay. All right, maybe your conspiracy theory was correct. Maybe we are living the lie here. I mean, they said that we were coming back to camera, and I was like, oh, I wonder why. Everything seems to be completely okay, but now here we are. Now we're back in front of the cam, waiting
they
to
didn't
load
even
back
tell me that
onto-
one. Let me check my cords.
They didn't?
Nope.
You should have been able to hear that one.
Oh, my cords are plugged in, so
Okay.
they deliberately did this. We're not going to Vice. That's what I am.
There's no way we're not, because like that has to be like a
No.
like that's not that that's a big troll.
They paid the players like $10 to debate us like that.
I don't think that's
They
as
gave them
likely as you
extra
think it is.
pizza.
I mean, but we all have
No
extra
wonder
pizza
half
in
the
back.
pizza's gone already.
That's true. They did devour that pizza.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what's insane is I think they're playing against me. All the cheese pizza's gone because they know I won't eat the meat on the pizza.
That's also very specific. Yeah, somebody is out to get you, I guess, Blue.
Did.
That would have to be a specific target against you. Passion versus Antimatter Gaming. We gotta figure out the technical difficulties.
Yeah,
for the
whoever's
time
out to get
being
me has
here.
some real passion right now.
Yeah, I mean, you are right. You are entirely right.
Okay.
Very interesting to see. Look, it does say Game 1 Vice, Blue. We are going to Vice.
I'm not holding my breath.
Vice. Oh, I mean, okay. I mean, you don't have to hold it. I hope not. I need you to be able to talk with me. I need you to be able to breathe. If anything, I absolutely think that you need to keep breathing to be able to talk with me. That would be great.
All right, so what were the bans here on Vice? Because we haven't actually seen Vice competitively since.
I don't.
Hold on, let me hit the Rolodex.
Okay. Fixer, Anvil, Runway, and Ronin are all the bands that are present in Vice.
All right, so the answer's May, by the way.
Okay. May, in terms of the last time that we actually saw.
Oh,
Vice
that's
actually
like
being used,
Public
right?
Enemies realm, dude. Pix and Ink back on Public Enemies.
Oh, yeah, wow.
That's like when
That's a long time ago,
Anvil
actually.
Shotgun was going crazy on
That's
Vice.
actually a long time
Shout
ago,
out to
too.
Neg. I think he was the one that like kind of wanted to get that trend going. He tried to play Glitch Shotgun. That was not working. This is way before mastery of weapons, by the way, so.
I would imagine, yeah.
Had to
yeah.
use the SKL. But anyways, yeah. Okay, so the bans are Ronin Glitch, obviously. Heard those ones come through.
Okay.
And Fixer Anvil. So,
So,
Kestrel's available.
correct.
She's pretty good on this map. Ronin on this map actually is insanely good.
Okay.
I think the reason why the Anvil came through on the ban is because the Anvil plants on... Oh, goodness, we haven't seen this play in so long, I forgot which side is A and which side is B. On the water taxi bomb site.
Right, which is the one that we ended the spectator on.
Yeah, the big wide open one.
Right.
You know, near the water. Okay.
Those are the attackers, I believe.
That's the A side, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the attackers.
I should know this, but we haven't seen it competitively.
I mean, that was the attacker side that we were on where we ended the screen on. Then the other side
It's
was
the A
B
site. It's
Yes,
the A site.
side.
So anyways,
Okay.
no one told me that. I just confirmed it in my own head.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
the A site,
Yes.
you can anvil plant next to a tree planter, and it's super good. Or you can go the other route where you come from cafe with the anvil. So if you plant in spot 1 with the shield, you're coming from bathroom. which is that small little cut with the stairs. And then if you plant in the secondary option with Anvil, you're coming from water side. Right there on the little taxi. It says water taxi. I think it's those boats that you pedal with your feet, like on the Valentine's.
Oh yeah, like the.
The way you're dressed, we might have to go on one of those rides.
wait, whoa,
today.
hey, yo, thank you. I appreciate that.
Snazzy today.
We need to stay on the game. Thank you, Blue. I do appreciate that genuinely. That does mean a lot to me.
Speaking of looking snazzy, look at Key's mask.
His mask is actually really nice. I agree.
I know. It's the only one with a little design on it. Look at that.
That's very cute. It's supposed to be a bear, right?
Oh, now we're back to this boring mask. For a guy named Class.
Hey, there we are. We're back on
class.
it. Hey, now I'm sure he's got plenty of class.
Yes, but I'm talking about the mask.
Okay, well that's understandable. Yeah. A little bit of bars there for all of you in the chat.
Check this out.
Okay, checking it.
We've been seeing a lot of Fixer Dallas combo bans from one team, while the other side bans Glitch Ronin, right?
Yes.
All right, so I think they left Dallas open on Vice because now this is Rome's theory.
Okay.
If you ban Dallas, you can kind of just ape your way through mid with Lancer.
Could you not normally ape your way through mid with Lancer before?
No, because you snap the fingers and you find her instantly.
Okay, yes, of course that is.
Even through quick and quiet.
Right.
You're not very quiet when you're getting revealed.
That's true. However,
you're not doing that with a Dallas on the map.
I understand that.
You take Dallas off the map, you can do that.
That's true.
All the other reveals have to be like thrown in that direction, right? Seeker
Perhaps
bow.
you could kill him, and then that would eliminate the problem, though, right? As the Lancer.
Fine. As soon as you drop out the plane, you're aping it.
Right.
To know that she's aping, she's getting revealed.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. But then kill him.
He knows you're coming.
Right, correct. This is absolutely ridiculous. Thank you all so much for sitting here watching this on stream. We're going to throw it right to a quick break. We'll be back with some more Rogue Company immediately after. Thank you. It's late over. Welcome back in, everyone. Here we are. Short break. Hopefully you guys weren't getting a little bit too impatient. Hopefully you guys are still here with us because we are going into Passion versus Antimatter Gaming. Game 1, first Vice map of the day. See, I told you it wasn't a conspiracy theory. We're literally back here in Vice.
Have we jumped out of a plane?
No, but like but we saw it happen.
And when
already.
we did, we had to stop the game.
Yes.
Listen, aliens are real, and this might not be Vice.
Understandable. I can understand how you would think that.
All right, Dallas on both sides. That's
this
easily
is the same draft on both sides.
gonna happen. Yes.
Yeah, this is literally the same draft on both sides.
I was going one by one.
Oh, it's understandable.
Okay.
I mean, you have like the Dallas once again, Class and Elvin. I mean, Class, Elvin, both having the same characters.
Where is Dahlia? She wasn't banned.
No, but the Saint feels like more of a common
We're
pick
on
nowadays.
Vice. Why are we taking C4 Saint over Dahlia?
Like smokes?
With grenades. They both have smokes, but grenades.
Understandable.
Oh, are we? Is it because like there's no other link? Like,
I mean,
no
there's not
no viable Dahlia passive link. Who cares, man? You can.
But I mean, that makes sense though. Like you don't want to end up linking to somebody where your passive won't get the maximum value out of it. And Saint, especially on these characters, because this is a pretty passive composition, right? This is a pretty good like either post plant or pre plant. Post plant or pre plant composition, because both of them can all these guys can play their abilities like pretty either passively or aggressively. It doesn't really matter, right? A lot of comps or a lot of teams or characters that end up getting drafted, rogues that are put in, don't always get that choice of being that flexible, but these guys do. And having the Saint means that it makes it that much easier.
Yeah, by the way, Dahlia, highest pick rate of any rogue throughout all of comp history since she came out in Demolition. Yeah, so she's pretty insane. But
yeah, we can thank Prosper for like the majority of that.
Dude,
right?
Prosper's this is crazy. Dahlia's Prosper's Dahlia pick rate.
Dahlia's Prosper, right?
Was 93% before last month when he figured out he needs to start playing other things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which has only been like Town and Scorch. So
Cool gets the first blood here on the side of PSN Passion. Okay, for those of you that aren't aware, Antimatter Gaming have already managed to lose one. What will the rest of them be able to do here? They want to see if they can push their advantage here. They do have a numbers deficit on the side. Antimatter Gaming. Efficiency might be enough for them to sort of hit that W key. They do. And that is going to be the first round already done and in the books here. 2 downs for Cool. 1 apiece for Class and Bull Key. Literally nothing. 0 for that very, very first round.
Yeah. I don't know. Mikey's been here all day along with all the other players. It might, in his head, his internal clock, it might hit 4 a.m. And that's when demon time is for Mikey, right? Look, Class, so nonchalant, just chilling.
Gotta be. I mean, like, this is one of those times where it's literally high stakes because
I don't know if you should be chilling. When I think of Class, I think of chalk. He just played chalk like every time you saw Class, he played chalk. He started to get out of that habit. It was like a bad habit for him. He had to learn how to play other things. And he has. And now here he is. But both these teams, pretty evenly matched, I would say so.
So far, there hasn't been much of an issue with him seeming to mix things up. I believe he is the seeker on the opposing side, right?
Yeah, people are going to call me crazy for saying these two teams are evenly matched. But here on LAN today, I mean, we've seen some surprises from both teams. You know, Antimatter doing some things that you wouldn't expect them to do. And then, of course, Passion doing things that you are saying, what are you doing to? So kind of an even playing field between the two here. But I like the rogue picks, and I like the way that both teams are approaching this.
A couple of shots ring true into the Kestrel as she's retreating away. As for the time being, though, they are going to have to play a little bit more passively. They are backing up. Slowly, they're inching their way forward on the side of Antimatter Gaming. But there is still no bomb plant. That's the biggest thing here. Inching their way forward, but not quite finding what they may need. And in the long run here, seeing that they can pop off here, finding the shots, but not finding the kill. At the end of the day, they plant the bomb, and Saint peeks out a little bit too wide. Somebody has to pick him up. They need that passive.
You know what's crazy on this map is that they're planting the bomb with Seeker. I mean, that is Galaxy Haitian. He can get it done. That's the Haitian sensation. But still, Seeker as your bomb planter, it's not the first thing you think of.
Well, I mean, immediately, doesn't matter what you think at this time, you are going to go up 2-0 so far against Antimatter Gaming. Passion are looking great. Beautiful retake by them as well. Something that you wouldn't have typically expected to see. But here they are. I mean, like, once again, like, you've got Cool. You've got great players on that side of the fence, honestly. I mean, like, Cool, Class, Key, Bull. Like, these are all, like, well-known players. They participated in TKs before, especially Cool. I mean, that's, like, the Paladins homie, you know? Like,
yeah, that's Paladins homies. Elevate getting eliminated, man. Kind of sad.
Oh, very, very sad. Very, very sad. Those are the real ones.
Yeah. Like, you and I even said this before we started this series. As analysts and casters, we're like, you know, public answers are probably our pick coming into this yesterday. But then it's like,
as friends,
as a spectator, bro,
right? Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it was a little unfortunate. But hey, under very rough circumstances. I mean, what we got? Travel restrictions. You got to have passports. You know, for anybody listening out there, if you ever plan on competing, get a passport now. They last for 10 years, man.
Yeah,
like 10 years. Because then when you do make a LAN, if and when, you're ready to go.
Exactly. That's the most important part.
Also, vaccines, apparently. That has stopped some players from coming, too. So, unfortunate circumstances. But, hey, everyone's a winner here, right?
As soon as that Cool manages to get the first down, Key finishes off the kill, and that makes things a 3v4 at this exact moment. As for the time being,
Bull, what is happening?
Gets brought down super low. Yeah, I'm curious too. Actually,
you gotta get these.
They're playing pretty passively, and they've given them the time to pretty much revamp their health pool. Like they have to find some. Well, the thing is that I'm too worried they actually might be too deep.
Saint, what is Saint doing? What is Mikey doing? Oh, he's on 4 a.m. time. He's on demon time. He's trying to make some plays here. Key's there. Class is watching speakers. Bull
can see him.
Is aggressively watching that angle with his teammate. Reveal comes through from the bow.
They try to see if they can swing Cool. Ends up losing a little bit of the trade there. They know that they're there. But that's the thing about it, right? Throws out the arrow and tries to see if they can get the bomb plant down. Might play around the sound just for the time being, but Saint actually provides the coverage. They get a down thanks to Mikey, and he manages to finish him off as well.
I do not understand how this bomb actually goes down. You had 4 people watching 3 different angles, holding them perfectly. Look at the dance. Demon top from the Saint. Oh my goodness. Throwing the dance out. Oh my goodness.
And he finds that kill immediately onto
Cool. I would have shot the drone, bro. I would have straight up shot that drone.
Well, the best way to get rid of the drone is also by making sure you kill the person that's trying to res.
He's gonna have the drone again.
But even still, it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to find much. It's a 2v1 right now. And instead, they can play around the mollies. They can play around that util. But I don't think it reach in the back. I think he's literally just on it. He is. They just defuse the bomb and then back up. Rest in peace.
I would have made a play for it. I mean, that's one of those situations you don't run away. Yeah. Look at Canny. Look at him, Bull. Just, you know, Bull in a China shop. This guy's cool, calm, and collective as a Bull because he just walks up behind there, trusts his teammate with no help to his name to watch his back while he defuses.
Especially as the Saint, too. You would think that that's his literal trust, right?
Yeah,
you do that as the Saint, and when you know that they need your ability as consistently as they do.
Especially when you're Canny and your gunny ain't as great as it should be right now. Right. Because all day today. Right. I ain't trying to put anyone down, but his gunny has not been great today.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, you know.
We go back to him playing Dallas on King of the Hill.
Yeah.
2 rounds ago. Come on.
You're right.
And then earlier in the beginning of that round, down B long.
You're also right. You are correct on both of those accounts, Blue. And I think that obviously is just the typical mental wear and tear that comes with LAN, right? You've been playing all day. Like, you've gone through 2 brackets. Now you're in the elimination bracket, and now you're like, dang.
Dude, I got here at noon. These guys got here at like 9 a.m. I know they're tired.
I got here at 7.
Well, we can't all be superstars, Fon.
I'm not trying to be a superstar.
We can't all be Fon. One day when I grow up, I'll be like you.
they managed to get 2 kills almost immediately. Another down onto Dallas. Seeker is alive still. Has to find some sort of way to back up. This is a 1v2 right now, as it does seem to be a little bit more of an issue. They talk about the C4, and he does end up getting the kill. Can't roll his way out of that one, and so they make that a 4-0. They get the bomb down early too, Blue. And they do actually take care of pretty much like 90% of that round by making sure they have the control of the bomb.
Ah, man. You know, they don't get the bomb planted, they lose. They get the bomb planted, they lose. I think their best case scenario is to draft, or not draft, pick a rogue that can plant a bomb.
Yes.
You know, I think Anvil was banned out, right? So you still got Scorch. Got Ronin. She can get tenacity, but she was banned out. Glitch has some good perks to survive, but he was banned out. You know, a lot of people with those good perks getting banned out, but there's still a lot of padded steps characters available.
Yeah. They are able to swing through mid, though. 3 members there, and no one's ready for Cool to just pretty much swing out. Cool literally, look at how far up that Cool actually is playing right now. He got one down. They throw out the Satan drone. They will be able to kill him. But I mean, man, oh man, like that is absolutely crazy. Like, he really does swing out. They weren't able to get the kill, but the fact that he was able to get that down so easily too, like they weren't ready for him to be in mid. He gets that kill. If he would have backed up, I think that would have just put a stall on their entire push instead of pushing forward like that.
Ooh, Elvin goes down in bathroom. That's not good. This Saint cannot help Mikey trying to win that gunfight. Class returns the favor.
Imagine flying a couple kills as well. 1 member remaining on the side.
How do you turn that fight around? What?
Of Passion. Just to explain, a couple of them have overextended in mid. They end up getting a couple trades because when Dallas got that kill, he backed off, and the rest of his team tried to press the advantage behind that. And because of that, they get picked off in mid, so it leaves Dallas pretty much by himself.
That's kind of an ego chow there, just because the reveal came through from Class. Class downs Mikey, gets the ability back, snaps the fingers, sees where someone is. I think it was Seeker that got revealed. And then they just pushed blindly by themselves, like it's a 2v2.
Yeah, I mean, like, considering where...
You don't got to be the hero all the time, guys.
Right, you don't have to be. You definitely don't have to be. I mean, considering that, like that's what I'm assuming happened because of where Saint died at, right? He died literally on the other side of the wall from where the Dallas is. I assumed he was trying to push up and see if he could make a play off of the Dallas down.
Well, he was there with Elvin with the bomb.
Also that, yes.
So it's a good thing he was there. He picked up the bomb.
Just a couple of mistakes end up with them losing that round. 4-1 so far. Round 6 is in the mix right now.
By the way, I don't know if we're on 8K, but like I've seen things on these characters that I have not noticed before, like the default coat of runway. Did not know it was two-toned, bro. Did you know that?
I didn't.
I got 4K, bro, and I did not know that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
There's 2 colors on her default jacket.
They're trying to see if they can at least push in. Uses the Halo drone to seek out anyone, but don't quite find it yet. Ensign toss around the corner, obviously to stall, be a little bit more stall. To have a little bit more stall in the push in. As Cool is playing back, he is practically 1v2ing this. They know he's back there. They get the bomb planted. He's swinging into literally 2 different people right now, but can't quite find anything else. They get the bomb, and they do manage to back up here to a safer spot and decide to play that post play.
That's a great job by Antimatter to hold water taxi like that. Cool can't go left, he can't go right. Uses the drones to stop the bomb plant, but missed.
Yeah, that's the pressure that having 2 people available to you is like going to do, right? They get the kill on him, or I should say get the down, but that's the thing is that they get that down, they're pushing immediately. Already 2 out of the fray here, and this is a 2v4. They're going to force him out. He has such a clear angle on the bomb, but Seeker around the corner. One well-timed bounce there. He tries to use it a little bit early. Not going to find it. They just keep the pressure on them. They literally run them down. Bull takes care of a huge majority of their team. Get that defuse and move on. A 5-2-1 is how we're ending this round. One more round, and we're looking at a halftime switch. What could be potentially a 6-1.
All right, so I think this is like mainly just because Vice hasn't been in the pool for so long. I think we replaced Wanted with Vice for the LAN. And also because you got 2 subs playing for Antimatter, right? Kaons couldn't make it, and I think it was Sinmate was their other. Console Demons, by the way, so shout out to them for helping the console scene get a little bit bigger in Rogue Company. But, I mean, Elvin and Galaxy, they probably have a set game plan for this. But you can tell it's kind of working. They're getting the plays that they need. They're getting the bomb planted. They just cannot hold it. That post plant is not working out. And they've gotten very close. Like a couple seconds left on that bomb timer, but then it all just falls down.
Motion sensor tossed out again. Patrick ready to go. Throw out the arrow. Nobody gets revealed. But for the most part, he is going to play mid, try and see if he can wait for anyone to push out. Notices that nobody seems to be taking the bait. And see if he can try and create see if he can try and create space for him and his team potentially. Because this mid control is already going to be huge. That's why they still have Class and Bull. Like, even though they're watching the bomb site, they still have them near mid, right? Like, having someone run up there makes it so much harder.
We just saw Galaxy playing mid, waiting. He turned around to his right and shot a sensor drone. Now Key knows someone's near.
Right.
Because he threw that sensor drone there.
That is good information for him, especially. They do get the shots off, though. Still watching close by. Can't quite make it in. Throws out the drone. Sees what they can find. Asian is still down. Nades everywhere. So much util. And they're still end up losing some of these trades. They're at least able to get Key. Take care of one, but
he's not going to be able to plant with Saint without armor?
Seems like he is. There's no armor on him.
Oh my, that man Mikey, he's crazy.
I mean, you end up the round, the first half 6-1. Not a strong lead whatsoever. Here we are in the elimination bracket. The first round of it. And this really is, whoever loses this set goes home. Like, for those of you that don't know, that are at home right now, listening and watching, whoever loses this set, they go home. This is the first Rogue Company LAN.
Well, they're not going home. They're just going back to the hotel.
Well, yes, for now.
Everyone's flights are booked the same day.
Yes. But, for the most part.
Oh, there we go. Class, Chalk.
Chalk.
What'd I say, baby? Come on.
Good.
Give me some slack.
I'll give it to you. That's exactly how it is. It seems like the Chalk is going to be locked in for now. And Saint makes it a lot more interesting. Instead, it's not the Dahlia. Not the Dahlia to pair with him. But Saint still functions in the same way, right? Saint, Chalk, you have that ability to make sure that he doesn't have to pop his own in order to res himself back up. You have that drone, he gets his health back, and it means that when he pops his ability immediately, if he needs to in any situation, it makes it that much more dangerous because he gets his health back. Something that Dahlia, while she can do, is it's just not as effective, you know? Like, Saint really gives you a lot more bang for your buck in a lot of those situations if you don't take care of that drone first. I mean, you can look at me all you want like that, Blue. Like, I'm serious. Saint definitely gets picked a lot more frequently now than Dahlia.
Well, yeah, he does. But on Vice, I'm picking Dahlia, bro.
Oh, still.
I'm tossing a nade at your face.
Understandable.
I ain't getting close enough to you to see for you.
That's understandable. But maybe they don't even really care about the C4. Maybe the util is not where they're looking for. Maybe it's just the ability.
Also, can we talk about this? Seeker, first round, you got 5K in the bank, right? 5K cash.
Yes.
If you buy your lethal, it costs 5K.
Okay.
If you buy your other gadget, which is your tactical mainly, you know, smoke grenades, flash, they're usually 4K. Seeker only has to spend 3,000 on that sensor drone.
Oh, so much damage spread out between these two individuals right here. They swing together. Haitian goes down. Buff will be the next. Oh, he misses. He's going to get picked back up anyway. The Saint Drone goes through. He picks it back up, trying to put it out for the Chalk. Wait. Chalk gets picked back up too. Wait, what is this? What is happening? Okay, Chalk still loses, but he gets traded anyway. And Dallas is all the way in the back? What is going? That was so weird.
Oh, Dallas versus Dallas. Will he get this revive?
Well, it doesn't look like he can. Like, no, wait. Oh, my goodness. That was so close. That shouldn't even got that. I don't even think that should have even got that close.
All right, first of all.
Match point. Tighten up.
Bluffus has some crazy movement over there.
For sure.
To stay alive, to draw time away for the revive to happen to Galaxy. And then the Haitian Sensation stands up with no help to his name and finds a down. Gets down to one shot and then finds another down.
Sometimes it's all you need. Sometimes that is literally all that you need. It may not be enough, but it's all about creating that pressure is all. That's all that it is. All about creating that pressure.
Listen, there's some pressure on Antimatter right now.
You're right.
7-1. This could be the end of game one. This could be the end of Vice.
Oh, man. Don't say that. This is like the first time we see it today, and it's been...
It might be the only time.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It feels like a dream. This map is already set and done right now. Moving right on through.
There's so much purple and like pink and all of those.
Yeah.
That color palette runs rampant on this map.
Absolutely. Very vibrant color scheme, for sure. They do manage to down Mikey. Tosses out the bounce nades. They can force him out. Cool is literally driving 3 people away from the bomb right now. The rest of his team is on the site. Cool literally has 3 people chasing him. They're all chasing him. Is Class over? No, who else is over there? No, it's just an overlap. They're all over there chasing Cool.
Hey, listen, man, he is cool under pressure, even when 3 people are chasing him, 4 people
cool,
are
calm,
chasing
collected,
him.
Understandable.
Cool, calm, collected.
All spelled with K's.
All spelled.
All spelled with K's. Cool, calm, collected.
You got it.
And that's just how that is, you know. They do actually manage to find plenty of
this
kills.
is cool and key. Yo, Clash should have changed his name to spell it with a K.
He could have. That would have been cool, actually. But not cool enough.
And then Candy could have spelled his name with a K. Oh, wait a minute.
Here we are. 8-1. What a beautiful way to close out this game and close out this. Hey, yo, what's he munching on over there?
What is he eating?
Is that Waffle House?
Wait, I got pizza. What is that?
Yo, my man, yo, he munching. Look at him. Look at the tactic.
He's like, you know what? Our run here at Atlanta's over, but I can still eat good.
Not one attention span towards the Rogue Company game right now. Absolutely.
I am hungry.
My goodness. What an amazing time, actually. And that's what's so interesting as well. I mean, we close out the game and the set 8-1.
Look at Candy taking a screenshot of the... he's taking a picture with his phone of the scoreboard. Yeah. There is going to be some smack talk. Someone had to have dropped an area code. If a screenshot like that's coming out...
8-1 is how we end off the very first time that we see Vice today in the Elimination Round 1 bracket. Right? Once again, they will be out of the tournament, whoever it is that ends up losing this one. That's what's so interesting, right? Cool is a person it is that we often talk about, not just because of his previous nature and competitive play experience and competitive paladins, but it's also the fact that we literally saw him just drag 3 people away from the bomb. Yeah. He's a player that demands that presence, right? And that's something that you have to keep in mind. Look at him, like literally right here. He's all the way posted up in the back. He's finding early shots. Almost clutches that out. Almost on the side of blue team right there. You almost get it, but it's not enough still. Antimatter almost had that clutch. Could have made it potentially a 2-7, 2-6, whatever it may be, right? But even still, it's just the perspective. The perspective that they have, the perspective that Passion have, to be able to just sort of lock this one down. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, see, the problem here I see with Antimatter is, like, no one's really stepped up and consistently stayed as the person stepped up, right? Like, everyone has been taking their turn stepping up. If you actually go back and look at that game, I think Antimatter really only lost like 1 or 2 rounds on attack where they didn't have the bomb planted because of some bad positioning. But other than that, they're getting the bomb planted. It's just that post plant was just not working out for them. I don't know. Passion, they kind of just rolled with the punches that came. They had really good retake scenarios. That's what they did best. And because the bomb got planted, they were able to do what they did best so many times, right? And you saw in those replays, Galaxy Haitian, every time he plays a little bit conservatively, he gets killed. But when he played aggressive, man, he was putting up some numbers. So I think he's just got to get aggressive.
Right.
And stay aggressive.
That's part of like the biggest thing as well, and I'm so glad that you mentioned that once again. Like playing that post plan really was the crux of Antimatter gaming, right? A lot of those bombs planted, not a lot to be able to actually converge. If anything, going to take a little bit more time for us to actually get into the next game. But even still, with that being the case, are there any other draft bans that you, not necessarily bans, excuse me, but draft picks that we've seen that you could imagine sort of carries their way into the next game? I mean, like we saw Vice being here. We're heading into the next map. What is it that you see? Any takeaways that we should be looking out for if we're talking about characters?
I don't even know. What's the map we're going to? That's the first question. And then,
that is a question.
And then what are the bans? Like, I know probably Vi, probably Lancer, Scorch. The fourth one in King of the Hills, usually the throw-up one. That's usually the map dependent. Could go with Fixer. Although Fixer hasn't really been going crazy when he does get picked in King of the Hill today.
That's true, yeah.
So I'd let that one slide. I might ban Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Ban the Dallas in King of the Hill as well. Dallas, by the way, last 2 months, highest pick rate between both game modes combined.
Interesting. And good information to know as well.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like it's not necessarily the case that people want to ban Dallas a lot more? Is it just the fact that other roads...
Well, we used to only have one ban, so they would waste it on things like Scorch Vi or Lancer Vi. And I'm like...
Oh, so you feel like it's a waste then? Scorch Vi ban.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If you ban Scorch, you're banning a Molly and her overheat. But if you ban Dallas, you're banning that snowball, you're banning that intel. Yeah, they can grab other intel, but they're not going to because they want Scorch.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. That makes sense.
It's like in Paladins, right?
Right.
If I go into a ranked game and I ban one character, I know the other team. If I ban something that's not usually banned in ranked,
right,
the other team, it's like they're they got saliva coming down their chin. They're looking like
they're sweating.
Yeah, they're sweating.
Right,
they get all shaky because they're all happy. They're like, ew, I get to play this. They didn't ban it, goofball. But if you know how to play against it,
right, then there's no threat.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You leave Scorch open, guaranteed one person's going to pick Scorch.
Here we are, the second map we will be heading into. Breach seems to be the telltale side of today, a map that we've consistently been returning to again and again. And it makes sense. I mean, it's a cool map to watch. I mean, like, it's fun.
It's so big.
Yeah, it is a huge map. You are correct. Definitely is a huge map.
I have a fear that a bigger map might come.
Why would a map bigger than this show?
Because all the new maps that are coming out have been trending towards the bigger side.
But that sounds a little bit...
Look at Wanted.
Yes.
Look at Breach.
Okay.
I mean, Hollows is not that big in size, but the rotations make it feel like it's big.
That's true. But that's only because you're crossing over like a lot of open and wider angles, right? That's why it makes it feel like it's so long, because you can shot out from anywhere.
Yeah. All right, well,
at least on Hollows.
The two newest maps are Breach and Wanted.
Okay. That's fair.
And they're pretty big.
You're right. That
we
is
might
fair.
get a bigger one.
That's fair. I don't think they would go bigger than Wanted. I don't think they would either go bigger than Wanted or Breach.
All right, look, we just need 6v6 King of the Hill. All right, like...
Here we are. And once again, as well, everybody, as you can notice up in the characters.
All right, so Scorch Mac was let through.
Once again, exactly. Exactly what it was I was about to mention. Scorch, Mac are both let through, and we see Mac returning on literally both sides of the fence here. That's something super important to keep in mind.
So I'm thinking Anvil was, let's see, Scorch, or not Scorch, Vi, Lancer.
Okay.
Anvil.
Okay.
Ah, man, what was the fourth band?
Was it Fixer?
Oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah. Like,
I forget his character sometimes.
Yeah, it just has to be the case. They are at least able to take over the very first objective here. Points going towards blue. They're clearing them off of the site though. Passion already 20-0, 20-0. They managed to get 2 flashes off, and that's just the type of presence, the area control that Mac.
That's that Mac light bomb, baby.
Right, exactly. That's just like how good it is, right?
Dude, grenade, trophy.
Right.
And then he has a flash.
Yeah, like it's literally like the best of all worlds.
Replenish.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good in terms of point lead. Flash is still there, it gets popped, so now they have their way to pretty much move in, keep the pressure on them. Now, they're at least going to try and see if they can move in here. Ensign just force things out from behind the cover. Ensign from behind as well. Scorch manages to flank the flankers, but it's still going to go down. 51-9 so far. Not looking great for Antimatter Gaming. But PSN over here, Passion, are still going to be able to hold on. You got to be careful swinging into that Mac as well. Class does manage to find the next kill too, and they can't really push over and try and see if they can stop him. At least I don't think they will really be able to. It pops, but it's not going to be found. Like there's no flashes that go out or get hit.
You know why I like when Scorch is played?
Why?
EMPs.
That's true.
I think the next rogue that comes out should not have padded.
Okay.
Should have an LMG.
Okay.
Because we only have 2 of them. And an EMP. I think EMPs are underutilized. Because Dallas used to have them. Now he has a stim shot instead. And Scorch and Dima are the only ones.
Seems like right now, though.
Also, kind of upset we don't see any Dima. Because in all the 10Ks that Mikey has been in, he's played Dima 6 times. And he's won all 6 of those. So, if they lose, they're on the cusp of elimination. I would tell Mikey, bring out the Dima, baby.
Well, as nice as Dima is, it's just the implication that like there are definitely characters that are better than him.
Yes.
Which is why they're not picking him.
I don't know, man. In Respawn, I'm thinking you get your util when you come back, right? You get a grenade.
How does that matter if you can't see, though?
And you get an EMP. What do you mean if you can't see?
From Mac.
Fun. You remember this conversation we had with Lancer and Dallas?
Right.
Just kill him?
Right. You could do that, yes.
With Mac, you just stand behind the wall. You won't get flashed.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
There we go. Which now validates my response of Lancer being a good way to pick into Dallas and making sure that it actually ends up working out. 142 to 35. 3 seconds still remaining.
You're tired. I can tell. You're tired.
As 147 to 36 is how things are actually going to go here. It has been a struggle. Antimatter Gaming really haven't been able to find their footing. A lot of the times I'm seeing the picks actually go through, and they aren't really able to fight off any trades or anything of the sort. They just make it back onto the objective again, and they really aren't able to stall things out. They're doing a great job at holding on the side of Passion.
Look, all I got to say is ban Dallas instead of Scorch. Obviously, we see a Scorch on the board. Couldn't even hit 50 points. So.
I mean, you're right. Yeah, like it's. I mean, Elvin's doing the like pretty well in terms of making sure that he's utilizing that Scorch. I mean, there's a lot of duels it is that he's taking that he's winning, as is evidenced by the downs it is that he has. You know. So I will definitely say that like he's doing compared to his eliminations. Obviously,
I think Elvin's underrated.
Okay.
Elvin's got a big following. Like his community is pretty supportive of him, but outside of that, like in the competitive setting, I think Elvin is still a little bit under-recognized for how good he actually is, in my opinion. I think it's mainly because he's always on teams that are like underdogs or just in the past not that good.
I completely understand that. The APS actually does prevent a couple of nades from coming through. They get so many. They clean it up on the side of Passion. That's practically a full-on team. Well, I believe it is. I just believe that Kestrel just came off of the respawn. Just got done playing Gray Screen Simulator. That is definitely, that's crazy, man. Like, what a prominent fight happening here on the very first mid for King of the Hill, for Passion.
Also, since we're on the topic of players and like their history, Gaming Gorillas, cool. When he played for Gaming Gorillas in the 10K, he was the Mac player. Hey, he looked good, but he looks better when he doesn't have to play Mac. When he can play something he likes to play, Dallas, Kestrel, or Runway, he looks more comfortable, and he feels like he can do a lot more. Which leaves Class to be the Mac player for that team, and he's doing a pretty dang fine job of that as well.
Yeah, has the APS available to him as well. I was just exactly, I mentioned it. Knew he had to put it out soon, and he's at least going to be able to keep the pressure on him for the time being. Passion, they fight so, it's like almost after every single fight, every objective that they have to take control over, that they're able to just find so many, there's so many picks. Like, it's just so many. So hard to deal with. They get shot up as well, trying to make sure they can actually play that retake in 30 seconds. It's literally so bad to the point where they really just have to go and see if they can contest the other site. They have to find someone that is they can take care of. Cool's all the way up at the top, and they have to deal with him.
Look at this push.
Oh, 2 sentences!
Cool, hello!
Oh, 2 HP on the Mac, not
I think he top rolled into
enough.
some of those shots.
Yeah.
He would have won that.
That was so close.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally had so many subtext, so much utility at the back point. Like, they pushed him because they thought that, okay, he already used one.
Dude, if
we're
he had
good.
a trip mine in the pocket right there.
Seems like right now. Scorch just swinging 2 different people. Gets him low, but no one's there to really sort of maximize on that. So it just ends up being a trade for naught, or at least damage for naught.
Look at that trophy placement, by the way. In the corner. Can't shoot it. Yes, sir. That might catch a molly when it comes through. By the way, Elvin, I just gassed you. I need you to do some good things here, okay? You're losing 1v2s. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on that one, but come on. Don't make me look this bad in front of my friends.
So many kills so far. Once again, Passion have just hit the gas pedal. They have not stopped. There's no brakes. That's like they've been getting kill after kill after kill and making sure that not only are they holding their pressure, but every single objective they've had, they've held on to pretty well. Granted, this is the first one where they haven't really been able to, they held on to well enough, but not as long as they have some of the others. 36 to 111 is how we are going to be leading into this next objective, which will be the final one. Round 2. It'll be pretty interesting to be able to see and witness all of this happening for the time being. Now, see, Haitian goes down. They really are keeping so much pressure onto them. It's so hard. It's so difficult for them to play retake. How do you even do this in this scenario? Are their characters even meant for retake?
Well,
like
there's no anvil shield.
You're right.
So, you've got 3 different ways to get in, guaranteed. Right. Unless, of course, Mac holds it down himself and just becomes the shield, becomes the wall, and that's looking like what it might be, but Mac on Mac. That's brutal. Mikey's now is the one who comes through, throws the light bomb down, could find another one on the key. That one's nice.
Good cross, I should say. I thought it was a trade. I thought by how long those fights were actually going on that he was actually going to get down, his teammate was, but no. Instead, they just ended up getting a good crossfire going on. Keeping the pressure on them for the majority of the time. Class is playing behind at Forklift, I believe, right there. As they are still stalling things out on the side of Antimatter Gaming. 72, but they push in. They fire all cylinders. That should be it. Elvin is the last one remaining on the site, on the objective. He can contest, but not for much longer. They kill him, and that is all said and done for the time being. Passion, they take their second game here in this best of 5.
2-0 Passion. One would say they just have more passion.
That's true. And if you were back here when they were making puns on the desk, I would have booed you. So now you can hear me saying boo, boo to you for that pun. Definitely not the pun it is I would have liked to hear. But if anything, we can head right on into the next replays and see exactly how things were going on. No, I don't have a lot of passion for puns, though. You're right. I would say they're not very funny to me, honestly. With that being the case, I would say, though, that if we're looking at this game as how it's unfolding, or how it has unfolded, I should say, we all were just watching the same game, that things have sort of just gone towards the side of passion. Like, once again, like, we're seeing the kill feeds right here. There's times where they get a couple, they get a down, they get two, and then someone always goes crazy because, like, look at what's happening. Mac is already getting crossfired, right? He downs, cool, he doesn't die, but that's been the case. That's the theme here. Every time there's been a fight that's been going on, every time they've been trying to keep the pressure on these people, it has not been going well. That was so unbelievably close. I still can't believe how close that was. Ooh.
He has armor. That's the only reason why he survived that.
Literally, yeah. He literally left him 2 HP.
He dies if he doesn't have that, right? If that's not the passive, then he goes down there. Man, so many people were hating on Antimatter, man. I just want them to, like, surprise everyone. Always root for the underdog. That's always the teams that get the, that's always the stories that get the films made about them and things like that. I mean, no one's going to make a film about this, maybe. I don't know, but they would be the team if they were able to win. Right now, it's looking like Final Chapter because Antimatter are just, nothing seems to matter for them. It's not working out.
You are correct, my friend Blue. We are heading into the final game of the very first round of the elimination bracket. Fawn the Legend and Real Blue TV here to bring you guys Canals Game 3. We are back on Demolition. Chalk, hey, class on the Chalk once again.
Yeah, they're on attack. This might get very, they might, give A shot a couple times with the composition that they're bringing to the table. But, of course, B being that favorite one. I like the talent on defense. You can kind of hop up on propane and throw the dart on top of the boxes and see mid-cut without anyone being able to take care of it. I'd love to see what the bans were. I'm thinking Ronin Glitch, obviously, for obvious reasons, also because of Canals. Those two are so good on Canals, so we won't be able to see them most likely. Other bans, probably Fixer. And for that fourth one, I would probably say Anvil for this map. Like, I would ban Anvil.
Yeah.
Of course, Douse is still open, so I don't know what anyone's doing out there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, once again, like, I still think that the draft here that they've sort of conjured up for Canals is typically the draft it is that you would see, right? I mean, they have a talent on the opposite side, just to make sure that they can obviously keep a lock on Warehouse. And see if they can watch and keep mainly prioritize that mid control. Radar Dart is always super strong, so that you've always got to keep in mind. Class on the Chalk here, though, is definitely the thing I want to keep an eye on because of how that aggression really plays into effect here. We saw it last time on the previous map on Breach. We saw the Saint Chalk, and now here we are seeing it once again in a more sort of slowly paced game mode. Demolition is definitely one where people will actually take their time. I see that they're just trying to go here to B. They have the Saint drone. They have everything. Biding their time trying to find out where people are.
Slow and methodical. That's Canals, man. You just got to wait for that opening. Get a pick if you can. The faster, the better. But, post plants are very important on this, too, because you can't really get a good angle. Like, if they plant where he just faked it, he can get shot from the left side. He's got to ape over this. Chalk goes down.
Oh.
Doesn't have the ability to get up, by the way. Just used the rage to jump up. It did get one down. They find a second down. They confirm those. One revive comes through on a Chalk, but Saint is still down.
Yeah, manages to at least find the res on their Chalk. They've already taken out pretty much 3. Dallas getting picked back up without them swinging her is going to be a tall tale. They know that Bluff is back there, and they want to try to see if they can keep the pressure on. They do take the kill here. Passion still leading 2-0 an overall set score, but 1-0 for this very fight, what could be potentially the final match, I should say, excuse me, of the elimination round 1.
Reverse sweep. It's not looking good.
No, definitely not.
At least so far. I mean, we started off. It's 1-0.
Yep.
Got to go to 8. For those of you who don't know, just tuning in. Demolition, first team to 8 wins. We switch sides at 7 rounds.
So we'll have to see how they play this one once again. Taking the zip line right on over. See if they can run at a couple of these people over here. Mike is waiting close by. Right now, they're just trying to make their way over onto B side once again. I guess they assumed that the A push was coming. Not exactly what they may have thought. Instead, they are going to slowly push and make their way back onto B side, having all the utility it is that they have. And instead give the bomb to somebody else that's not Chalk, so he can worry about making sure that the bomb does not only not die in a, or make sure that the bomb doesn't get dropped in a not so safe spot, but also to make sure that he can just live to fight another day.
So weird. The only character of the 4 for Passion who literally cannot gain extra health or armor has the bomb. They finally give it to Chalk. C4 does not find anyone. Incent missed completely.
Wow. 2 utilities go out and they aren't going to find their mark. They get so many kills on the side of Passion here. 2v4. Bull. And just to swing the corner and that make that a 2-0 so far. Once again, 2 rounds in a row. Passion are looking very, very clinical right now.
Listen, effort 100, effort A+. Execution F.
Yeah.
Didn't even touch him with the C4. Didn't even touch him with the Incense.
Not even close.
Planted the bomb, walked right out. Scot-free.
Completely out. Yeah, that is a very unfortunate scenario, I would have to say. That is not looking great for the team. As Passion doing a good job of at least trying to see if they can mix things up just a little bit. Heading on over to A site just to try and, I believe, get intel for the most part. But not going to too overly commit if something goes awry.
I'll find you.
I think they know that Saint is... Okay, no, they don't know that Saint is over there. Instead, Saint is just sort of... I guess playing the devil's advocate in this scenario. He's playing a little bit more passively. I'm curious to know what he's doing over there. He is playing cautiously.
Well, he's playing with his dart in a spot that you normally don't see, and now they're going to shoot the dart. So to the right of that, you can see the containers that you can't get on top of. You can throw your dart up there.
Yeah, and still be able to find the same sort of utility. Chalk hits the go button for him, manages to find one. Not a single bullet finds their way into the Chalk. And that's pretty much going to be it. They are at least trying to see what they can do on the back side of things. They find the damage, they find the prowess. Stem gets popped, but not enough to keep the Kestrel alive. St. Drone goes out too. They are cleaning house here on the side of Passion, looking better and better every single round.
Yeah, Canny is, at this point, trying not to get 3rd place in a 10K again.
Yes.
For the 1,000,000th time. Canny wants to win, man. Or at least go down swinging. So he's trying to finish this match as fast as possible. Canny being bull, that is, on the Saint for the blue team named Passion. Antimatter, this is where they're on the cusp of elimination. This is when they start to just kind of throw everything out the window and say, you know what, it's over. But you cannot let that happen.
As for right now, things are becoming a little bit more dangerous because now...
Oh, I said we might see some A pushes naturally.
Yeah, and then here we are. It's essentially done going for the A push here. Because we are deciding where it is that they can go. Cool. Swings around this corner. No one's really going to contest him. Instead, they opt to play the post-plant route. Tosses out the Simtex. Knows that they're there. Tosses out the drone as well. Just trying to see if they can get the damage. But he is going to get picked up. And that's a terrible trade on the side of Passion. They do at least manage to get one. Trade things out 1-for-1. Ability has been popped on Chalk already. So it's not going to be anything super crazy so far. Instead, they are going to opt to go for the rotation here. As Key is already in such a good spot to watch for their rotation on the side of Antimatter Gaming. They rotate at the wrong time. This is going to be devastating.
Oof. I don't know about this. Defense playing a little bit passive. Elvin was just seen making the cross, jumping up. He doesn't know Key is here. Oh, you're dead. Dead to rights. Oh, my goodness.
Not a single
That's not his
idea.
fault. He just doesn't have the reveal. Talon Dart's not anywhere near.
Right.
Now Bull finishes off another one. Class might turn the corner. Bombs being planted. Kestrel all alone. Fawn, it's looking like 4-0.
It is looking like a 4-0 so far, Blue. There's only one member remaining, and Bluff has to find some sort of way to make it in or at least onto the site. The Bluff is not looking like they necessarily want to do that. Once again, Saint just biding time, shooting at random marks on the map, just waiting, holding. Yeah, Bluff really can't do much of anything. He's trying to see if he can push around through mid. They're at least playing up on top of Propane, almost brings Dallas down, but not going to find it yet. Instead, he lowers his health to 1, and they are going to, it is going to be a 4-0 so far.
What'd I tell you? Bull's Gunny's not looking good.
You're right.
Loses that fight after Kestrel was one shot, had to reload, no stim shot.
Yeah, he loses. You're right, Blue. You're right. You're right.
Oof.
Like, man.
You know what? At the end of the day, he's still winning, so it doesn't matter.
Right. I wonder, Blue. What do you think here is sort of the takeaway? Like, what do they need to be doing? Is there anything you're noticing that's not working out for Antimatter Gaming right now? It's 4-0. We're on round 5. If this pattern continues, we're looking at 8-0.
I think coming into this tournament, I kind of figured there's some teams that might try and stray away from those safety picks of stuff that we're used to seeing, right? Not just because they're meta, not just because they're good, but just because people have played them in that situation so many times they're used to it, right?
Right.
I think that's the problem with Antimatter. They're trying too many crazy composition kind of things. They don't have natural bomb planters sometimes. No trench, no real defensive kind of rogues, you know? No anvil here, no trench. Maybe those were banned, but you know, we don't expect those to be because we see the Fixer, the Glitch, the Ronin. We don't see those here. We know those are banned.
Trying to see if they really are trying to see if they can genuinely slowly but surely push in Kestrel, waiting close by at least for the most part. Not anything that's going to be too crazy. Still just waiting. They are at least able to find good shots on the cool. They do lower him to no HP. He is down, and they do get the bomb plant, but playing around the inside, he has to find some sort of way out. St. Jerome goes out. We'll be able to pick him up in time, but the kill is going to go through. 3v3 right now on the side of Passion. But another down on the side of Antimatter Gaming make this a little bit more uneven. If Saint was not there to pick him back up, that would have been dire for them.
Another problem, we saw it right there, just like how we saw in Hollows. They are stacking on each other like an explosive devastates this team.
Yeah.
On Hollows, they stacked 3-4 people in the mid cut into the A short or B short. Now here they got 3 people stacking inside of orange container. Like, spread out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
You guys can hang out at the hotel afterwards, but for right now, you guys gotta spread out, get some map control.
Also talking about a Saint on the same team, one of the biggest things it is that you had mentioned earlier in a lot of different sets was, well, I feel like I'm still going to pick Dahlia because I'm not going to let myself get close enough for that Saint to actually utilize the C4, right? And that's what we're seeing.
That's what I'm saying. They give up B long. That's how Elvin died to Dallas the round before that. So, you know, to counteract that, you toss nades down B long. Can't do that with Saint.
You're correct. You're correct. They're at least able to trade things out 1 for 1. But the difference here is the fact that one of them is dead on the side of Passion. They could still win this one. Tries to pop the stem, but it's not quick enough for her. As Bluff goes down, Mikey goes down. They got now. What happens there? Were they too aggressive at that point? They got it down. They got a kill, and then they tried to play a little bit more up. 2 of them get picked off immediately.
I don't think playing aggressive is their game either. I mean, it's starting to work out all of a sudden, but then everything starts to fall apart, right? And the revives are coming through from Passion. Now it's a 3v1. Look at this, trying to blow himself up. He says, I'm just going to let this happen.
Trying to deny themselves the extra cash as well in the back pocket from the down.
You take less damage to your own explosives.
Yeah. So like he couldn't end it fast enough.
Harder, right,
couldn't end it fast enough. But I do understand.
You're going to lose money if you do that, so just jump off the map and lose the same amount of money.
Yeah, way faster that way. And there's like a little spot it is he could have jumped off right there and it would have made
so many spots. Trust me, I've fallen off this map in so many spots.
Makes it way
If you
simpler.
fall in the water on the left side right here on the defensive side, there needs to be a way for you to get back up. You can do it on the right side.
But I feel like that's extremely hard to fall off, Blue.
No, it isn't.
Really?
Bro, if you're in the heat of the moment of a strafe and, like, shooting, you just happen to walk off the edge. I mean, P-Story fell off the map today.
You're right.
First person to fall off the map in Roco land.
You're right. No, I don't know if I want to give him that title, but I mean, you are right. The facts don't lie.
Don't worry, he's playing insane. But he's still the first person to fall off the map.
You are correct. You're correct, Blue. You're very, very right on that one.
First and only.
So far, yes, you're right. First and only.
No one's even intentionally jumped off the map.
First and only. The face palm from earlier really does still remain in my head as he realized, wow, I really just threw that round for our team.
They almost won that round.
Yes, almost, but it would have been a win if he didn't fall off. That's the thing.
Yeah.
What an absolute time, man. What a wonderful time it is.
That's the crazy part about that. They were planting the bomb with, like, nothing on that site, and then they lost him and still planted the bomb.
The nade actually ends up going out as well. Bluff does find the down thanks to the bounce Dave with the St. Drone. Does keep him alive only for the time being. He still has his ability to make sure he can pick himself up as well. Did he go down again after using the shock ability? No, he did not. Okay, he does actually end up making it out of this one. They swing around the corner, trying to see if they can keep the pressure on them. Pincer motion, 7-0. This is how we end our first half, Blue. 7-0. One more map, and we are talking about the second of one of the first teams to get eliminated today in this invitational.
Not just that.
Okay, what else is it?
Elevate got eliminated. They lost 8-0 on a demo.
Oh, so in the same fashion.
Well, I think it was game 1.
Okay, well, I mean.
But regardless, if this is an 8-0.
The history repeats itself. So what we've learned today is don't get in the losers bracket. Because if this is the fate that is resigned to all those in the elimination bracket, it's not going to be a good thing.
Yeah. Oh man, I cannot imagine going out like this after you said I'm not going home today.
Yeah, that would be the irony of the entire situation, wouldn't it?
They played great though. I'm not going to knock them. Even though they've made tons of mistakes.
I mean, that happens, you know. Like, once again, like, one of the biggest things that we mentioned today was the fact that a lot of these players haven't really participated in LAN before, you know.
Yeah, I think
those nerves are real. Like, you play in front of a crowd, those nerves are real.
I think there's only like 6 people that played at LAN, right? The 4 Paladins homies. And then Saint for a CSGO thing, Canny for a Gears thing, and I think that's it.
That's it. Those are the only ones, so that's like 6 yes, like 6 people, yeah.
Yeah, top of my head.
So, like, those are the only ones that have had that LAN experience, right? And LAN nerves are real for a lot of these guys, honestly. Like, this is not not a joke.
What's in the future, right? We might have a stadium full of people if there's another Roco LAN, which, by the way, would be a first for the people who are first today, because it's not really a crowd.
You're right. We could think.
I mean, you got the other players watching you, but they're kind of praying for your downfall, you know what I mean?
It seems like right now they toss out the nades, the ensigns, the everything. Glitch does get brought down. But Kestrel, she's all the way in the back. She really managed to make a flank either through mid or somewhere that is
padded first round.
I wonder, did she? Because she literally made it all the way in.
That's 5K out the...
Oh, cool. Cool finds 2 here. He finds a 3rd. Cool map from behind. That's going to be the complete ace of 4K, man.
There are some situations where the players of Antimatter, it seems like they're just like, F it, dude, and they just start trucking it at someone like they're about to tackle Kestrel, but instead, Cool tackles them with some bullets and some big numbers on the scoreboard. Look at that. Oh, big old victory on the screen. Oh, victory on both. You know what? Everyone is a winner in my book, Fawn. I don't know about you.
Understandable, right?
On paper, though, Antimatter is not, and they will be eliminated and sent home. Great job from Passion. They played great throughout that entire set, all 3 games. Yeah. I mean, 8-0 as well. That's insane. Look at that trophy. Passion, one step closer.
Absolutely. That is the trophy over there that these people are playing for. And, of course, a prize pot. It's not just the trophy. So there is money on the line here, folks. 6K for first place. That is nothing to scoff at. Split between 5 ways. That's a lot of money. Absolutely a lot of money. We can take a look at the replays just as we get right on in to how the rest of this series and this match seems to have went. A 3-0 from Passion, but still played well, I would have to say, from both teams. They did what they could, but the last map felt like, okay, like we're like mentally, like they're falling off. You can tell that that's the case, right? And it's been a long day, right? Like, it's been a long day for these players. That's just how it is, right? It's a lot of the situation of being like, dang, like, having to keep a strong mental of anything and maintaining whatever it is that you can is super, super huge. Like, that's just the reality of it. Cool had a massive flank, really. Like, they tried to back up, see if they can deal with him, and just like you said, they tried to tackle him. Doesn't end up working out. Cool was just built different in that scenario. That is absolutely how you have to look at it. That was the first round of the elimination bracket. Let's toss it right back to the desk and see how their thoughts are being broken down.
And Antimatter goes down to Passion in a 3-0 victory. I mean, guys, 8-0 in that last round.
That was a quick one.
That's the worst, almost the worst. Yeah. I mean, 8-0 attack, we said it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really tough. You can't scream, "I'm not going home."
I think he said it. Just to clarify, I don't think it was that. I don't think there was that much emotion behind it. I think he just said it, but it was still written down. We kept it in posterity, and then to go. I mean, the 8-0, it's tough. Second one of the elimination bracket. I know we'd mentioned that when we were talking back and forth, but defending on Canals to go down 8-0, that is brutal. That is not how you'd ever expect that half on that map to go. I would consider that defender sided. It's pretty easy to rotate, but you saw in that clip when he was hiding close by, Elvin had no idea he was close. They just abused the map. And really took advantage of all the ways that they could match them. They out-rotated them on attack, which is not easy to do.
You have any thoughts from that game? I mean, I literally blinked, and it's kind of. I mean, it was a quick one.
That much of just landslide. I mean, it's really tough to pick out one or two things that are going wrong because it was all going wrong for Antimatter. Antimatter had a really tough go about it. They put up some good games. We saw some early good games from them in group play and in the winners bracket, but. Yeah, it comes down to probably a marathon, right? Like, it's the marathon, it's the endurance. It's been a long day. I don't know how to tell you this. Being here since, I'm not even going to bring it up.
They have been playing since, 10 a.m. this morning, group play starting. And, I mean, listen, what time is it now? It's
about 9:30. They're hitting about the 12, almost the 12-hour mark.
That's a lot of video games, and I don't know. I remember playing 12 video games back in the day when I was younger, and that's still being a lot,
Yeah, I mean,
I think this is competitive, This isn't for fun.
It's a lot more draining. It's a lot more draining when you have to play for that long.
Absolutely.
Once you're going for it, it needs to, be peak and calming, and then we saw some of those highlights. I think there was definitely some he's sleepy.
Oh,
moments.
that guy didn't hit a shot.
At the bottom. It was tough.
Yeah, and especially when you're going up against just a laser beam like Cool Matt.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Like, some of his flanks that he was making, I mean, he was just on top of his game. I don't know if he had a few Dr. Peppers in the back or what he was drinking, but, man, he was caffeinated out. He was going hard, and he just looks great. I mean, he's going to carry that momentum into this next match and give Red Notice a heck of a time. It's going to be a really difficult one for Red Notice because this Passion squad looks incredible. Yeah,
they really do. So, as you were just saying, Passion is going to be going against Red Notice in our last game of the night, and they will be competing. They will be competing to go against Final Chapter tomorrow in the elimination bracket finals.
We'd be happy about that.
Call them what they are. I'm just kidding.
We're just kidding. Nothing happens.
I mean,
but then after that, they'll be facing Public Hamsters in the grand finals, which will all be tomorrow. It's an exciting day, but we still have one exciting match for the night, and
one more to go.
One more to go.
And this is another money game too. The team that wins this, they're going to be there in the money. So it's another big pressure moment that these teams need to consider, and maybe actually shouldn't consider because they need to be on their game and not under too much pressure.
So this is the third place. This is going to be for third place or
for guaranteed third place.
Second, guaranteed. Yes. Right. So this is a big game. They really have to open their eyes. I don't know.
I would hope so. I would
drink an energy drink or something. Do something. But
I do that first myself.
Yeah. Right.
Same.
So we're gonna take a quick break before our last match for the night, but we'll see you when we come back.